This is Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Danger.
This is Terence Bud Crawford. Canelo versus Crawford. A true super.
Hagler and Leonard and Duran and Tommy Hearns and those kind of fighters. And by the way, Sanchez and Gomez and the great fights from years ago. This is one of those, and you're all a part of it.
From the start, this matchup felt special. Fans and experts compared it to the legendary rivalries of Hagler, Leonard, Duran, and Hearns. Two champions, two styles, one ring. Crawford's journey to this fight was huge. He jumped up 2 weight classes, gaining muscle carefully without losing his speed. His team focused on strength training, nutrition, and sparring with bigger fighters. Crawford wanted to show that he could fight stronger men without giving up his slick movement and sharp timing. Canelo, on the other hand, trained like a man who has already been at the top for years. His camp looked like a masterclass: pad work, heavy bag, mitt drills, but also creative exercise like soccer drills to keep his reflexes sharp. At 168 pounds, he looked comfortable, powerful, and ready. Experts gave different predictions. Roy Jones Jr. believed Crawford had more tools to win. He said Crawford could beat Canelo in 6 different ways, while Canelo had just one path: power. Jeff Horn, who lost to Crawford in 2018, said Canelo might try to crush Bud early, but if Bud survived, he could turn the fight around late. Andre Ward studied both men closely and pointed out Canelo's greatest strength: his presence in the ring. He always looks calm, always in control. But even Ward leaned toward Crawford, saying nobody has ever broken Bud's will inside the ropes. Others weren't so sure. Ryan Garcia said Crawford would land punches, but doubted they would affect Canelo, who has one of the toughest chins in boxing. He believed Canelo's biggest weakness now is his intensity. He no longer fights with the same fire he once showed, and that could give Crawford a real chance. Both fighters entered with pressure. Crawford had to prove he could handle bigger men. Canelo had to show he was still hungry, still elite. When the lights came on and the bell rang, it was no longer about training clips or predictions. It came down to courage, timing, and heart. Canelo versus Crawford wasn't just a fight. It was history written in real time. The arena buzzed with electricity. Celebrities, athletes, and legends filled the front rows. Fans waved flags, screamed chants, and held signs high in the air. It felt less like a fight and more like a global event. You could sense the weight of history in every corner of the stadium. When the fighters walked in, the atmosphere shifted. Crawford entered first, calm, sharp-eyed, almost cold. His song echoed through the crowd, and every step seemed measured like a man on a mission. Then came Canelo. The cheers exploded, the lights glowed red, and his entrance felt like a king returning to his throne. The opening bell rang, and everything slowed down. Crawford's speed was clear from the start. He circled, jabbed, and countered with precision. Canelo stalked him, cutting off the ring, trying to land something heavy. The chess match began. As rounds passed, the pattern became clear. Crawford's footwork frustrated Canelo. Bud slipped punches, picked his spots, and forced Canelo to reset.
Bud's going to do good. He's going to do good, but I don't think he's going to win. But I do see Bud, like, getting a lot of punches off, being able to tag Canelo with some good shots, but they have no effect. That's the thing.
He has the best chin that I've ever seen.
And nothing
in my
moves
life.
his head. I just think that he's biting a little bit more than he could chew. But you never know. If anybody can do it, it could be Crawford. You know, I do see him, like, when he fights, I'm like, damn, how do you beat this guy? You know, he could do it all. He could box. He could bang.
But when Canelo landed, the crowd roared. The thud of his hooks echoed across the arena, reminding everyone of his power. Midway through the fight, the momentum swung back and forth. Crawford's sharp counter snapped Canelo's head back. Canelo answered with body shots that slowed Bud down. The commentators couldn't agree on who was ahead. One moment it looked like Crawford was taking control. The next it looked like Canelo's power was breaking through. Every round became a test of will. Both men showed why they were champions. Crawford's eyes never wavered. Canelo's expression never cracked. It wasn't just about punches. It was about pride, legacy, and proving something greater than records or belts. By the championship rounds, the arena was deafening. Every punch felt like it could change history. Fans stood in their feet, screaming with every exchange. Sweat, blood, and determination painted the canvas. This fight was everything people had hoped for and more. It wasn't just about who won or lost. It was about witnessing greatness collide. Whether you were a Canelo supporter or a Crawford believer, you knew you had seen something unforgettable. In the end, Canelo versus Crawford wasn't just a fight. It was a story written in courage, skill, and history, a night that will live in boxing forever.